my drama queens out there, today's video is, how to be less dramatic and how to stop being a drama queen with your friends. Because let's be honest, drama is so much fun, but it's detrimental to your life and character development. So I'm going to teach you the tools that you need to stop being a drama queen. Okay, babes, Abbi J, your life coach here, and my goal is to help you have the most successful life that you can possibly live. And we do that through learning new character development skills and positive mental health skills. And one of those is giving up our need to feel and be dramatic and to create drama in our lives. Because let's talk about this. Drama, it never brings us satisfaction. We always crave more and more of it. It's why we love reality TV shows. It's why we love The Bachelorette and those crazy previews. But then when we actually watch it and we get the full story, we're like, oh, that was a little disappointing. It wasn't as dramatic as they made it seem. And that's because as human beings, we love drama. And so my very first tip for you, and I think you're already there if you're watching this video, and that is we got to own up to it. We have to admit to ourselves and say, listen, I'm a drama queen, or I kind of love drama. I kind of love being in the juicy thick of it all, especially with my friends and their relationships. Let's just, first of all, call it, own up to it, because that's a really important step in saying, you know what? I want to change my behaviors. I want to change my life. I want to change the social situations I find myself in, because dramatic people create more drama in their life, right? So if that's you, you're like, I'm ready to cut out the drama, ready to stop being dramatic myself and creating drama, this video's for you. So first tip, let's own up to it. Okay, the second tip is crucial, and that is we've got to recognize the need we are feeling. I almost said feeling, like I'm feeling cold, filling, like ice cream filling. Here's what I mean. Okay, now I'm thinking about food and a cupcake. Here is what I mean. When we are a dramatic person, a drama queen, or we are creating drama in our lives, it's usually because we're trying to fill one of two needs. And the first is a feeling of importance. Think about it. When you know a juicy little bit of gossip, when you know just a crazy story, don't you feel so important? Don't you feel honored maybe that somebody confided in you and told you this juicy piece of information? Don't you feel important that you are part of this story? Or even don't you feel important when you share this story, right? And that's where the majority of us fall when it comes to being drama queens, is that we're getting a huge sense of importance, especially in our friend group, from being the drama queen and being that person that people go to hear the latest gossip and just to hear all the juicy details, right? It makes us feel really important. The second need you could be feeling is the boredom that comes with being a human being, right? Our lives aren't exciting every hour, every moment of the day, right? Sometimes we just have relationships that are awesome and good and are going normal. Sometimes we just have regular, awesome, normal days, right? Maybe we have even just regular meh kind of days, right? And so it can feel way more exciting. It can feel like we're doing something important and progressive when there's drama in our lives, right? Because our brains, when we're thinking about drama, and we're replaying, he said this, and then she said this, and then you won't believe it, but their mom got involved and said this, right? That feels like progress in our brain. It really does. It feels like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking about something important. I'm thinking about something that, makes me feel occupied, and that I have something really important to do and to study and to think about. But the reality is this: when it comes to 99% of drama, there's nothing we can do about it. For most of us, especially my drama queens in high school, we're even not really an active participant in it. It's more like, this is happening to my best friend, or he said this, and then she said this, and then I was there and I was like, holy cow, that's crazy, right? We're not really an active participant in the story, and so there's nothing for us to solve. There's nothing for our brains to say, yep, that's what I'm going to do to take action, right? So we spin and spin and spin on it, and we think more about the details, and we add meaning to it, and we add different things so that soon it's this big story. And so I say all that to say, where is your need of drama coming from? Is it coming from your bored, or is it coming because you feel important? It's going to be really important when we move into step 3 to know, is it more I'm just bored and it's kind of exciting to do? That's where a lot of my teenagers, I feel like, fall. Or is it like, no, guys, like I love that feeling of everybody is talking to me, everybody's hanging on my every word. Then you're probably feeling, our cupcake analogy, you're feeling that need to be important. So now that we understand that drama fills a need for us as human beings, and I want to add here, it's not wrong to want to feel important. It's not wrong to be bored. And it's not wrong to try to fix that boredom, right? Sometimes as human beings, huge hand up right here. I hate being bored. I'm like, oh, this is such a waste of time, right? Honestly, it's not. It's when I'm still and sitting that I have my best ideas. But that's a little side note. Anyway, because we know that we're filling a need, now, because we're going to remove that drama from our life, we've got to fill the hole. And this is my little like pothole that I drew. So whenever we're trying to make a change in our lives, we have to recognize, what is this habit, good or bad, doing for me? What's that need, right? And what am I going to replace it with? So, silly example, but it will help you kind of see and illustrate this when it comes to drama and trying to fill that need, because that's like such a social and an emotional need. Let's talk about it in a physical sense. So, if I had a habit of eating an Oreo cookie every single day when I got home from school, and I was like, hey, listen, you know what? I want to change that habit, right? I want to eat an apple instead. Well, I just ruined my analogy. But, so if you're like, I'm just going to stop doing it, pretend I didn't say the apple part, but I'm just going to stop saying, like, eating an Oreo, you're going to come home, and guess what your body's going to do? You are going to salivate. You're going to be thinking about Oreos, and I bet you before you even think twice about it, your body is going to take you right into the cupboard, and before you know it, you're going to be opening it up and go, oh, no, shut the cupboard. I'm not going to eat an Oreo today, right? We go downstairs, and we're going to think about our Oreo, right? And we can, like, tooth and nail that. We can just, like, grip on and, like, not eat that Oreo. But usually, it's easier to develop a good habit or to break a bad habit by filling that need with something else. So, when you come home from school and you start to salivate and you start to actually think about like, oh, I really want an Oreo, and then your stomach growls because your body's been trained and conditioned to eat that Oreo, right? So it's telling you food, 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 Oreo, 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 instead of just going, oh, I'm not going to eat anything. I'm just going to be tough about this, which you can do. Totally works. What if you just ate an apple instead, right? We get to do something very similar, and our brain gets to go, okay, I'm getting food. Okay, I was salivating, but an apple's good, right? Okay, move on, right? Or drink a big glass of water, right? We filled that need with something good and positive. So when it comes to your drama and like trying to cut it out of your life, you might notice that drama left a couple voids in your life. And one of those might be that you're like a little bit bored and you're like, I don't know what to talk to my friends about now. If we're not gossiping about the latest school news, you know, then what am I even going to talk about, right? So check out some of my other videos on like what to say in a group of friends. But I would encourage you, let's talk about the people in our group in a positive way of asking, what have you been doing? How was soccer practice? Like all those things. So be prepared to fill in that actual like moments of conversation where you would have talked about gossip or drama, right? Also, be prepared to feel like, oh man, I don't feel as important anymore. Maybe I don't have a spot in the group. Maybe I don't have exciting things to share anymore. Be prepared for that and say, okay, well, first of all, brain, I still have importance. It doesn't matter what I have to say. I always bring importance to the group. But just know you're going to maybe feel uncomfortable about that for a little bit. And think about all the positive ways that you can fill those voids. Honestly, when it comes to some of the teens that I coach that are just, you know, creating unnecessary drama in their life, I say, let's get busy. Like, honestly, you sound like you have a little bit too much time on your hands to create drama with your friends. Let's take a new class. Let's go biking. Let's start painting, right? Let's get actually busy so we don't have that boredom and we can find importance through the things that we create. Okay, babe, are you ready for this one? Okay, we gotta give up victim mentality. So often with drama, especially the drama we create in our lives, we create a story of us being the victim. And we say, this and this happened to me, and isn't that so bad? Isn't that so sad? Right? And we do this for lots of reasons. One, we feel important. Two, people rally around us when we're sad or hurt or wounded. And so I want to invite you to give up that victim mentality and stop acting like it's everybody else's fault, and stop acting like the whole world is out to get you, and realize that, guess what? Life is what I make it. And I'm deciding that my life's not going to be dramatic anymore. My life is going to be amazing and wonderful, exciting and fun. But I don't need drama. I don't need to date guys that, don't treat me right. I don't need to feel like a victim. I don't need to, think that every teacher's out to get me. That's all my mindset. And guess what? If you really do feel like you are the drama queen and the queen of drama, and that bad things happen to you all the time, and that you just can't seem to find the right people in your life, it might be because you've programmed your mind to find those things. Okay. I know this is a little bit of tough love, but sometimes we need it, girlfriend. So let's reprogram our mind and say, you know what? No more. I'm not going to look for the drama anymore. I am going to be the hero of my own story. So I want you, when it comes to situations, and guess what? We do have fights with our friends. Guess what? We do not get along with teachers all the time, right? But when those things happen, I want you to handle the situation and the story you tell yourself in such a way that you can always be the hero in your mind. And guess what? Sometimes our heroes, we got to take a dose of humility, right? And say we're sorry. Sometimes the hero of our story is saying, you know what? I'm not going to hang out with these people anymore, right? But I just want you to start to change your mindset from being a victim to being the hero of your own life. And let me tell you, girl, a dramatic life is not fun. Think about those people on the reality TV shows. They're crying all the time. They're fighting with their family all the time. They're just not happy. Now, I love reality TV as much as the next person. It's kind of fun to just watch somebody else's story and to be like, whoa, that's crazy, right? I'm all for that. I'm not pretending that that's not fun to watch and entertaining, but I don't want that for my life. I do not want my life to look like reality TV. And I am inviting you to say the same thing. Hey babe, I gave you a little bit of tough love, but I want you to know, my beautiful queen out there, you do not have to fill your life with drama to have importance or to feel like you have important things to do in your life. So I want to invite you to try these tips. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are a teenager looking to master high school and beyond. So cannot wait to see you in my next video and for us to have another life coaching session. So I'll see you then. Abbi J out.